Hello everyone and welcome to our Linux lesson number 4. Today we will talk for one of the best text editors to use in Linux, the Vim editor. I won't go through the history of the Vim editor, you can Google it. The most commonly text editors used in Linux are the following: Vim, Nano and Emacs. Today we will see the Vim editor in detail. So open up your virtual machine, your virtual Linux. We saw it a couple of times, and then you should get landed to this desktop. We can open up the terminal. I showed you last time how you can customize it, and you should first download and install the Vim editor if it's not already in our system. To do so, check first if you already have it using the sudo apt list vim command. So, listing done, the Vim editor is installed. If you don't have it installed, then you can write the sudo apt get install vim. Then you press enter and then it gets installed. So let's see, where are we? We are here. Let's see what files and what folders are here. So we can go to documents. We can create, we can see what's in here. Nothing. We can create a directory. We will name it test room, and inside this test room, which is empty, we will create a text file, and we will name it, for example, test text. How do you create it? You write first the keyword Vim and then the name of the text that you want to edit. When you press enter, then you see this screen. Vim has two basic modes. The one is the insert mode, in which you will write text as in any other text editor, and the other is the normal mode, which provides you efficient ways to navigate through the text and manipulate it. On the status bar here, you can see it is located on the bottom and the left. You can always see in which mode you are. So if I press the I to go to insert mode, you see here insert. If I press the exit button, it disappears. I am now in normal mode. So to change between these two modes, as I said, the escape mode is the normal mode and the I is the insert mode. Let's write something. So now that we wrote something, or you know what, it would be better if we could do the following. I'm gonna write some lines so that we have something. So good. Now we are all set. You can forget the arrows here in Vim. You can use them to go up, left, right and down, the arrows on your keyboard, but if you are a really nerd, then you will use the K, the J, the L and the H. So basically it does the same work. Up is K, then the J is down, then left is H and the right is L. So you can navigate using them. The W the W moves to the start of the next word. You can see it like that. Then the E moves to the end of the word, like that. Then the B moves to the beginning of the word, like that. If you press 2 and W, you will go 2 words forward, 2 words forward, or 3 and W, 3 words forward, and so on. So you can press a number and then W, and you can move this amount of words forward, or 2 and B, and you will go 2 words back, a number and the B, and you will go this number of words back. To find and move to a character, you can press the F, and then you can write it. So for example, F T, and then I go to T, or you can write F and T, and it goes to D. So you can write also F3 and F and W, and it finds the third time that this character appears. For example, 3 F W. To go to the beginning of the line, you use the 0, and to go to the end of the line, you use the dollar symbol. To go to the last line, you press the capital G, and to go to the first line at the start of your text, you press 2 times the G. So if you want to go to the end of your file, you press the capital G and then the dollar symbol, and to go to the start, 2 times G. Searching text is a vital part on a text editor. Think of yourself, how often you press Ctrl and F in Windows to search something in a document. In Vim, works like this. You do press the slash and then the search term. For example, I search the term dad, or now I found it. And if I want to find it again, then I can press the N. Now I'm searching the word this, and if I press the N, I go forward and I find these words. If I want to go one word backwards, I press the capital N. One word forward, N. Backwards, capital N. It works like that. If you want to insert text in a new line, then you should write the O, and you can insert your text, or the capital O, and you insert a line above. So remember, the normal O, lowercase o, and you write one line at the bottom, and if you write the capital O, you write a line above the cursor. So to delete the character under the cursor, and then to the left, you press the X, as you can see. To replace a character under the cursor without leaving the normal mode that we are currently in, you press the R, and then, for example, Z. If you search the delete button, this couldn't be other as the D, and if you press it twice, you see that this line is now disappeared. But remember that the D is works like the Control X, like the cut in Windows. So if I press now the P in normal mode, then it is pasted the text that I have cut with D is now pasted. To delete two words on the right side of the cursor, you can write D to W, To repeat the previous action, you can press the point, or the dot in English. And another mode that we didn't say yet is the visual mode. It can be accessed through the V, and you can select your text by pressing E. You can go one word forward, and now, for example, you can cut everything with D. Go here and paste everything. This is how it works. And you are now in another mode. If we press I, you go to the insert mode. If we press escape, you go again to the normal mode. In the visual mode, you can also delete something, as we said, with D, and paste it again with P. And you can also use other combinations. If you did make a mistake, don't worry, you can undo it by pressing the U button as many times as you want, and to redo something, you press the Ctrl R. If you have any problem, or if you want to learn more about Vim, you can press this here, and you can learn everything about Vim. So then you can exit, and really important is, or the most important of all commands, is to know how to save it, because if you don't save your file, everything will be lost. To save it, you press escape, you go to the normal mode, you press this symbol, and then W. You write everything, you save everything, and then you can press again this, and then Q, quit. Now if we press cut and our text, we can see that everything that we wrote is still there. And if we want to edit it, we can do it with Vim, and here we are again. If we press the A, then it appends, it adds something, and it goes one character further, and you can write your text. But if you press the insert, it doesn't go a character further, it doesn't add something, you can insert. That's why you write and the last character remains there. If you want to save and quit everything at the same time, then you press escape here, and W and Q in WQ, like that. And now you saved and quit. And if you are inside and you don't want to save anything, let's say that you write, for example, I don't want to save this, then you should press only that. And if we can read it with cut, we can see that the last thing that we wrote isn't anymore there. So this is pretty much everything about Vim. There are some other commands, but you get the main idea. This is how you can edit text in Linux using a text editor. You can also try with Nano. Nano is a lot easier than Vim, but once you learn Vim, you can type really fast, and you can edit your files like pro. Believe me, if you can master Vim, you will be able to work really fast with Linux, and you need to edit text for pretty much everything in Linux. So this was it for today. Thank you all for watching. You can press exit now and do it from GUI if you want, but we are a little nerds and we will do it from the terminal. So you go here, and what did we say last time? That you write system control shut down. Or